Have you heard of someone called Simon, madam, who lived in the property?
Oh, yeah.
Simon says, stand up and listen to Judge Rinder. I moved out the day that Jessie moved in, and we stayed in contact. I quickly realised, after I moved in, that she would be a difficult landlady. She didn't like me using the address of her property on my driving licence or bank statements, nor did she agree that I should get post delivered to the address. She blamed me for breakages I could not have possibly done. Locks on the front door, a broken kettle, etc. We once had a big argument, and afterwards, she broke my egg slicer. Who has an egg slicer after 1972? Simon. There you are. She also would enter my room when I wasn't there. Marjorie once even told me she was uncomfortable with my sexuality, I am gay, so she asked me to move out. She also told me I smelt. You have to respond to that. It may or may not be true. Did you say that?
Yeah, he had an odour about him, like, you know, things, you know, it smelled really old. The whole house smelled as he walked past, and even the room. So I did open the room, and he never cleaned nothing. It was dusty, like, you know. And then he said to me, oh, I was picking on him because he was gay and that. And I said, yeah, that's right, just to make him stop.
Did you express discomfort at his sexuality because he was gay?
I joked with him because he was...
Did you tell him that he smelt?
I did say to him, what was that smell? His clothing, like he used to say, oh, because he said why, he told me why.
Were you uncomfortable about renting your property or room to somebody who was either gay, lesbian or transgender?
No, it was his smell that was getting to me.
When I went to move out in June, she tried to keep my deposit because I had dropped a spoon under the washing machine, which she claimed I had broken, so would have to pay for a replacement, £200 out of my deposit. There was nothing wrong with the machine. I started court proceedings, and she did not comply. After a few months of her not agreeing to go to court, there began a bailiff's order, and I finally got my money back from her. Madam, what I am troubled by is at the start of these proceedings, I asked you a very direct question, and I know you're an intelligent person, which was whether or not you had had any legal issues or wranglings with a previous tenant, and you said no.
That's right, because this matter
Here,
was
talking, I have somebody who showed up with a bailiff. You lied to me, madam, correct?
Yeah, but the matter was resolved. I paid the money.
To a bailiff?
No, to the thing, the court, the summons court, where he wanted his money back. Yeah, and I've turned around, I said, I want £50 for backing you up to give you a reference for your landlord, your landlord, for you to get his place, where I've had to give the reference.
You had to give a new reference?
To help him to get
Thank you very much. You provided him with that reference.
Yes.
Just to be clear, she gave you a good reference, did she not?
Yes.
An excellent one, in effect. Certainly one that was satisfactory for you to rent a new property.
That's right.
How much should he pay for the cost of his true reference?
£50.
So you thought there was something that was not quite right. What happened? Why did you move out? What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
The straw was, I was in the kitchen one time and he walked in and there was some stuff on the slab. And of course, he saw it was me and he made a comment. It was like, dumb dyke.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like dumb dyke. So
Just pause for a second.
Okay.
Now, just to be clear, was that a reference to the fact that you are gay?
It is very...
Now, have you brought female partners back to the house, and was Felix aware of your sexuality?
Female partners, severally, yes. But my sexuality, he wasn't aware back then.
When did he become aware as far as you're concerned about that? How long before this argument?
About November, December.
When did you become aware that Kafaya was a gay woman?
It was the end of January.
When did you eventually leave the house, please?
August.
Was the fact that Kafaya was a gay woman, did that in any way colour your judgment and your feeling towards her in your home?
Yes. I wasn't comfortable with the whole idea, and I didn't think it was right.
Put your hand down. At that stage, did you communicate that to her in any way?
No, I didn't. Not directly, though, but just...
Did you stop going to visit her in her room after that?
I mean, I still visit her sparingly, but I just was still thinking that maybe it's all a dream, or it's not really happening, or she isn't, you know.
What do you mean she isn't? You thought that it was just a phase of some sort?
I can't get it, to be honest, because I don't understand that process. I don't understand why she would be. I mean, there are so many guys around, and why can't she be with a man? Because there are men like me out there, and just feel like she should be able to find someone.
Oh, Felix. As far as you're concerned, did you leave the room in a decent state?
I did.
Now, I'm going to come now, whilst we're dealing with this matter, to your counterclaim.
Yeah.
You say you needed to pay £399 for a new bed,
Yes.
£500 for decoration.
Yes.
Why are you entitled to £399 for a new bed?
Well, because when I found out that she's what she is, I wanted to change the bed. I wanted to actually change the bed in the room, so that I don't know what's been happening on the bed, so just wanted to change it for delivery.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. So you felt somehow, because of your attitude, you wanted to get rid of the bed.
Yes.
Why is she liable for that?
Because she used it.
She used it.
Yes.
What happened when you took possession of the property, please?
I walked in, I was sick, and I walked straight back out and went home.
Why were you sick, madam?
Because it was disgusting.
What did it do to you to walk back into that house, please?
I broke down. Went out and broke down.
Do you believe that you kept that property according to your obligation in the tenancy agreement to a reasonable standard,
Well,
yes or no?
Yeah, obviously I was gone for a couple of days. Why would it be disgusting? I was gone for a couple of days. It was my home. Why would I make it in such a state? I was living there. It was my home. She made me homeless. All my stuff's in the garden. Do you know what I mean? She's disgusting. She's disgusting.
She's disgusting.
If I'm treating my stuff like that. At the end of the day, I've literally got the clothes on my back. I come back and I've got the clothes on my back.
We now come on to the next part of your application, which is for damage to property. You've got some examples of some of the damage done to the property. I'd like to see it. Let's have a look. This is the garden, am I right?
Yep.
Let's have a look at the garden beforehand.
Yep.
So on the left-hand side is the garden beforehand.
Yep.
On the right-hand side is the garden afterwards. Would you say that that was good, madam?
I would say that I didn't leave it in that state.
So who did? Somebody came in?
I don't know, but it weren't in that state. There was a few bags of rubbish down the side of the set, but they weren't in that state when I left it.
Excuse me, madam.
Sorry.
That's your first warning. This is court.
I'm sorry.
It weren't in that state when I left it. I left it. There was a few rubbish bags because they didn't empty my bin, and that was it. That's disgusting. That's absolute.
Is that true or false? Did you leave things in the garden in order to make it look worse for her for court today?
No, Your Honour, and Judge, no.
I need to go through the various things you're claiming for. The first one is for plastering work. What's the plastering work you're referring to?
In the kitchen.
You said you've had to hire a skip of £163.
Yes.
Why have you had to hire a skip?
To get all the mess out.
All my stuff.
What about the
The week
inside
later.
banisters?
Yeah, they broke. Only one.
I didn't
Only
tell
one.
Nathan about that.
Did you tell Nathan
Yeah,
about
I did
that?
say it was broke.
You're then claiming for £1,000 for destroyed brickwork.
Yep.
How do I know she did something which caused those bricks to fall away?
Because I've had no builders in.
£200 for a professional deep clean. It's just one example. You see that sofa is ripped, correct?
Yeah.
That's Sarah's.
It is Sarah's.
Yep.
Wasn't a furnished property, correct?
I just left my table and chairs.
Just your table and chairs.
Yep.
Now, you say that that represents the general way it was treated. Do you have any other examples? What about the toilets and the floor? You describe them to me.
She cig burns all in my carpets. She just put cigarettes on the floor and must have rubbed them with her feet.
Why would I just even smoke in my house, for God's sake?
They're on.
What is wrong with
They're
that?
on her.
The toilet
I-5.
doesn't look so bad.
There's urine all over the seat and on the floor.
New carpets, £540, correct? Do you have an example of a cigarette burn on the carpet that I can see?
No.
I don't have that. Why are you crying, madam? Why are you crying?
Because when I see it, it makes me feel sick. When I look at them photos, it's horrible.
Let's just have a look
That's
at another
horrible.
example.
My stuff in the garden.
Just have a look at another example.
That pan there was under the sink, and that is a bomb.
How would you know what it is?
Be quiet. It's a what?
What drug is used? A bomb thing, I don't know.
A bomb?
What?
They suck through or something, I don't know what they're calling.
Madam, you do not have to answer this, and just be clear. You can say yes, no, or no comment. It is suggested that there was drug paraphernalia under the sink. Would you like to say that that is yes, no, or would you prefer, which may be advisable, to say no comment?
No, it's not mine.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.